What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Eagle Slayer 95 back at you another video. I'm back with the juice once again, and I want to talk about Jalen Hurts a little bit. And if you've been living under a rock, the guy hasn't exceeded expectations thus far, going into our early ass bye week, week 5 into the season. And if you ask me, dude, the kid's just been underachieving. I mean, granted, his coach isn't really doing him any favors, to say the least. And I'm pretty conflicted if it's, well, not if, but there's still an if with the whole debacle. We don't know if it's really the coaching staff, and yes, even Howie Roseman handicapping Hurts's playing style, staying in the pocket and just being a pocket passer, which isn't really Hurts's game. He's more of a scrambling quarterback and uses his legs. Excuse me. And if there's nobody open, he'll do it himself. He's like a Michael Vick type quarterback when it comes to Lamar Jackson, when it comes to just not just your arm and then being in the pocket and rolling out. He'll do what he has to do to help his team win, and he's always been that way. Where I'm getting at is Nick Sirianni wasting Hurts's potential and talent in Philadelphia, and all signs are pointing to that could be the case. And aside from all that, is Hurts really ever since the Super Bowl was his last, really, well, I wouldn't say his last, but his most memorable game. We all saw the game, we all know how it went, but if you ask me, the kid really outplayed Mahomes. And I'm not really, if you look at the stats, they're pretty damn near identical, and I'm not a stat person. I really could give two shits about stats, but Hurts held up pretty good in that matchup. And he unfortunately just came up short. And yeah, it didn't really, I won't say he didn't get the ball back, never got the ball back, because he did. He just ran out of time. And there's that saying, I didn't lose, I just ran out of time. And just never seemed like he got over that. And it's looking like he didn't. I mean, it's easy to not get over a heartbreaking defeat in that fashion. And it's a sin, because he's been, what was he, what's that stat? He's 23-9 or some shit, in the last 11 games or something. Hurts tends to hesitate a lot in the pocket when there's no one open. He's dating back to last year and our first couple games into the season, he tends to roll to his right a lot when he saw pressure in his face, no diddy, and nobody was open downfield, once again, like I alluded to earlier. And yeah, it just seems like the guy's in his own head at times. Granted, he is clutch when it matters the most in some instances, and scenarios. But when you talk about, the moral of the story is, when it comes to a full 60-minute nitty-gritty gridiron football game, you know, and you're going to make mistakes. I mean, that's part of the nature of the beast, and that's how the game goes. But he just makes too many of them with his pocket awareness, hyper awareness. When to use his legs, holding onto the ball security, and just, again, being in your own head and overthinking, which Hurts has been doing a lot of that this year. And is it Sirianni? Is it Kellen Moore? It's more so Sirianni, because Kellen Moore is, I mean, let's call a spade. Kellen Moore ain't doing really dick in this playbook, in this offense. I mean, it's Sirianni's offense, but I don't want to talk about Sirianni much in this video, because like I said in my other video, previous video, Sirianni's play calling and whatnot have snowballed into this year, prior to last season, the last 7 games last year, the last month stretch into this year. Anyway, you know, and of course it's not on Hurts. You know, the defense is extremely inconsistent. That's an understatement. Fangio's a fraud, from what it looks like. He's just been a defensive mind coach for the last 30 years, and he's just stubborn as hell, all hell, and you know, sugarcoats everything like every other DC we've had in the past. But and that has to do with and they know what they're getting into. I mean, you get interviewed and you get like how it goes ran by Howie and Jeffrey and Nick. The guy knew what he was doing, and he wanted to, you know, he was supposed to be our DC last year, but that whole Gannon incident, with all that happened, and that he just kind of got cold feet, and you know, like I said, it's just real inconsistent. The defense is like very subpar, missed tackling like a Diddy party, slipping off tacklers, no Diddy, and yeah, the defense is a big hole right now. It's been a hole. I know we're not exactly the 2000 Ravens or 85 Bears, and it's just what it is, man. As far as Hurts, back to Hurts though. Yeah, this is the guy's just gotta figure it out and get out of his own way and spread the ball out, hold on to the ball. Can't always rely on AJ, Smitty, and Goddard. And yeah, I get it that Smitty and AJ were out last game, but you know, you're a franchise quarterback. You're not. You've shown signs of being elite back in 22, and you just shied away from that ever since then, somewhat. And that's what the greats do, man. They find ways to win. They get everybody involved. They throw to, you know, no-name receivers, just like how Brady made Julian Edelman and Chris Hogan, and like how what's his face, Aaron Rodgers made Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb, like how Josh Allen's making Gabriel Davis and the other guy. But you guys get what I mean. You know, how Eli Manning made Victor Cruz, and the list goes on and on. And Hurts isn't really doing that. He's just doing it with like big names, all-star studded receivers like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. And yes, I said all-star studded receivers, and I'm putting Devontae Smith in that. If you don't agree with me, whatever, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and that's mine. Don't like it, don't watch me. It's that simple. And, you know, again, Hurts just has to figure it out. Has to work on his ball security. You know, he's clashing with Sirianni right now. And it's kind of easy, pretty hard not to, in the state that we're in. You know, he has to put up with a stubborn, arrogant head coach and Sirianni. But Hurts isn't off the hook either. And yeah, it's just a real shit sandwich storm we're in right now. And it sucks, dude. You know, like, we've been through enough. And we just have to suffer more. Because this is what we all signed up for as Philly fans. Cheering for this team every Sunday. And with that being said, this is your boy Eagle Slayer 95 signing on out of here. Like, subscribe, and give me your thoughts on this whole, how this season's played out for you, how you dealing with it. Is Hurts a one-year wonder? Is he a fraud? Is he just going through growing pains? Is he being handicapped by the coaching staff and Nick? Fire away in the comments, man. Nobody really comments anyway because I don't really get a lot of viewers, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, anyways, go Birds. Jalen Hurts. Keep your head up, buddy. And Nick, fuck you as always. I hope you're fired after the Browns-Giants game. I'm low-key hoping we lose both of them games so that we can just get this whole Sirianni shitstorm out the way. But, you know, that'll be for another video. You guys take care now.